So Netflix just announced another price increase. Anyway, who else loves physical media? So it's about that time of the year we're going to do our annual Blu-ray and DVD shopping spree. I've always had a vast collection, which I'm quite proud of. And especially in the last couple of years, I've leaned harder into, physical media as streaming gets more and more expensive and frustrating. But before we do, I want to rewind a bit. So I'm making this video sort of 2 years after the fact, but I wasn't making videos 2 years ago, but I really wanted to, share this stuff. And I'll make another video for what I did last year, what I'm doing this year. A couple of years ago, after going through some life stuff, I moved back in with my parents in Denver, as you do. I needed to pay off all my credit cards before I moved back out to LA again. Once I finished that, I had a little more time for free room and board to enjoy and decided I wanted to do something nice. So I budgeted $400, which is about the same as a monthly car payment, just to shop for Blu-rays. That went pretty successfully. So after I moved back in with my brother, we agreed to do this once a year, give or take, and we'd budget $200 a piece to growing our collection a little more. So here's what we got in the great 2024 spree. First up was Walmart. Generally, I don't shop at Walmart on principle, but they're pretty much the last big box retailer that sells DVDs. No more Target, which is where I would normally go. No more Best Buy. No more Costco. Do they ever sell Blu-rays? I knew they sold DVDs at one point, but man, they're missing out on a niche market now. Anyway, so if I'm going to Walmart, I know I'd probably be buying some stuff brand new. The secondhand stores would come later. When I got there, I asked myself if there was a movie I hadn't seen yet I would consider buying, and I thought of Godzilla -1, which I hadn't seen at the time. I've seen it since. I didn't get that one, but I did find another celebrated 2024 movie from Japan set after World War II that I hadn't seen yet, and that was The Boy and the Heron. So I got that. I have since watched it twice, both dubs. I also got Blue Beetle, good underrated DC movie, and Monkey Man. Dev Patel getting his John Wick on. So we got a bit of an animal theme going here. I also found the Looney Tunes Platinum Collection in one big set. And I said, how much is this? It was like $20. The sets originally on Blu-ray retailed for about like $30 each originally, I think. So that's a good deal. Later I realized, as you see, they re-released it for their 100th anniversary, drive. Once I got home, I realized, this isn't Blu-ray. The original release is Blu-ray, but this is DVD. That's why it cost so much. But I wasn't bothered with that. I have, the Golden Collection and the Superstars Collection, and those are all on DVD anyway. So, whatever. It was good to have them. Also, there's a lot of, shorts that were on the Golden Collection as well. So anyway, that was a pretty good haul. Now the next stop was I wanted to go someplace indie. So I checked out a place that I've been to before in Aurora, Colorado, called Twist and Shout, which sells new and used records, CDs, action figures, and of course DVDs and Blu-rays. If you live in Aurora, Colorado, and you're looking for a brick and mortar place for this kind of thing, there you go. This place is awesome. And by the way, it's good to keep a letterbox list or whatever app you prefer of all the Blu-rays and DVDs you own already, so you don't buy them over again, because I almost fell into that trap a couple of times. I was laying out all the ones I wanted to get, and that included like Edge of Tomorrow and John Carpenter's The Thing, and then I looked up like, oh no, I already have those. Just put those back. But what I did get, let's see, Jim Cameron's Avatar, yes. The collector's edition. So this has the extended version of the movie and lots of special features. I'm the guy who saw the movie 4 times in the theaters and then didn't revisit it again until, over a decade later when the sequel came out. But I'm like, let's go. And also got another classic, Dracula, also known as Bram Stoker's Dracula, also known as Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula on 4K. 25th anniversary set. Hell yes. I've already gotten Fast and Furious 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, so I got Fury 7 now. To add to that, I got The General, Buster Keaton classic. This is now the oldest movie that I own. It used to be Marx Brothers of Coconuts. If I want to own something older than this, it'll probably be either Chaplin's The Gold Rush or maybe even Harold Lloyd's Safety Last. I also found another underrated gem, which is Martin Scorsese's Hugo. Looking forward to revisiting that. The classic. I used to have this on DVD, but I sold it on the Amazon Marketplace, which is Men in Black. Yeah, on whatever edition that is. One of my favorites from recent years, Pacific Rim. I also decided while I was there to go for one of their like mystery packs where it's like 4 DVDs wrapped in brown paper for like $5 and you don't know what's in there. I think I got one of the Muppets, but the disc was missing, and some other crap. Doesn't matter. I generally recommend not doing stuff like that now that I've tried it, because it's just the lowest of the low junk that they're trying to get rid of. I gave them all to Goodwill anyways. So that was good. And I was still coming in under budget. My third stop was off to the Colorado Mills Shopping Center, where they have another brick and mortar place called Second and Charles. This is a chain. They've got a number of locations around. They also sell used records, CDs, DVDs, action figures, and books. Lots of books. For comparison, Twist and Shout has the atmosphere of like a Hot Topic. It's bigger than a Hot Topic, but and Second and Charles feels more like a Barnes and Noble in terms of atmosphere and size. So while browsing around there, I found Kingdom of Heaven Director's Cut, which I finally have gotten to watch. I saw the theatrical version in theaters when that came out. We got Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. We got another classic, Rocky. Hell yes. We got Skyfall. And we got another classic, Superbad. Hell yes. Now here's where I committed a faux pas. Actually, I committed 2. Because on this trip I also got Pacific Rim again. Because I forgot I already got it. And I didn't notice it until like the next day. So I returned that and got something else. But then there's another faux pas, which is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, which we already had a copy of in LA, but I didn't know that yet. So now we have 2 of those. I also found another smaller shop in the same mall called FYE, which I guess stands for Your Entertainment. They sold the same stuff, but they're smaller. Second and Charles is huge. FYE is as big as a GameStop, and they got one little section of DVDs and Blu-rays. So I grabbed Highlander. Hell yes, 30th anniversary. And 21 Jump Street. Alright, so now for the final leg of the spree. It's time to get really intentional and get on Amazon to pay full price for some very specific items. And I think I did a cool thing where I went to the store, I bought some Amazon gift cards and got fuel points for those, and I also got reward points on my credit card, and then I paid that off quickly, so it was a pretty neat little bit of maneuvering. Anyways, so the first thing I did here is I wanted to go, what I hope will be an annual ritual, to go to the very bottom of my Amazon wish list. Lots of us have, when Amazon first started, you start your wish list, and then it just sort of accumulates and decumulates for years, and there's always something on the bottom that you forgot about. So I went to the very bottom and decided it's time to get whatever's down there, and that was Seven Samurai from the Criterion Collection. I think Criterion is the only way to get Kurosawa movies in North America. So hell yes, on Blu-ray this time. And while I was there, I decided to get another Criterion classic, which is a new release, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, The Princess Bride, on 4K. And since we've established that I'm a Looney Tunes collector, I also went ahead and got volumes 1, 2, and 3 of the new Collector's Choice series, which is, made especially for fans like me who are trying to collect every single short. So yeah, the final yield was 20 movies plus 2 Looney Tunes sets, or 6 Looney Tunes sets, depending on how you count. Out of the 20 movies, only one of them, Princess Bride, was one we already had on DVD before. Though the new one was Criterion and 4K, so I'd say we came out ahead. And the best part, I still came in under budget. So how often do you guys get new Blu-rays? You still, buy from brick and mortar places, or is it all on Amazon? Do you have a budget, or do you just kind of freewheel it? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.